Oh man, it is Monday. And hopefully this will actually work when I put it on the VODs. I've been having issues with game audio being completely muted. I think I need to render videos out rather than just upload the raw file to YouTube. That's about all I can think about doing. Oh yeah, that music is good. Oh hey, leaderboards. I'm not going to look at that because I'm pretty sure. Soundtrack, visit the website, join the mailing list, follow on Twitter. Alright, controls, how to play, settings, display. Let me just make sure this is all nice and good. Subtitles on. I don't need that. Display, full screen, anti-aliasing. Sure. It's an old enough game I can turn anti-aliasing on. Alright, how to play, kill things. Controls. Yep. Oh, man. It has been... This is a choice. I forgot they had this in here. No sweat mode with unlimited chances to carry on. It's defeated for less experienced players of all ages. New game plus start a new game with all structured spirits and idols unlocked, plus all weapons and XP from the last game. You know what? No. Hang on. Wait a minute. This is not what I want to do. Hang on. That's continuing from where I last was. Exit main menu. I want to start a new one. Return the confirm. Normal mode. So your existing game will be lost. That is perfectly fine.
Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky.
Who knew that this studio, Supergiant Games, would start with this, and then about a decade later, win a Hugo Award for their latest video game, Hades?
He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble.
The smooth, dulcet tones of the one and only Logan Cunningham.
Ground forms up under his feet as it pointing away. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road.
And within a couple of seconds, we get our first weapon,
Well,
Tail
it's a
Hammer.
touching reunion.
Press B to attack. Ah, yeah.
He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. In the calamity.
Come on. It
That a
is
survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella. Forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Starts to feel his bruises, though.
Get some experience points over here. Oh, yeah.
Kid just rages for a while.
I just love how this game's commentary over all this time. Oh, hailstorm! Heyo! Oh, yeah, just going through a bit of a nostalgia trip. I installed this game for reasons that will be
An old
talked
repeater
about
falls
on
out
a...
of the sky.
Hello, Fang
Ain't a
Repeater.
gift from the gods, but it'll have to do. Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber.
Fang Repeater, first one you get. Yeah, I'm just going through a bit of a nostalgia trip right now, because all the other games I play, Halo Infinite's, that event right now, I have to get like a bunch of killjoys, and I've been trying for hours upon hours, and I'm just not having fun with it. You know, I can live without this silly green visor, without the cosmetic effect. Destiny 2, I'm basically all set for next week, so I installed this game for what's going to be my next LP on my YouTube channel. But it's not this game. I just wanted to play it.
Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need a drink.
Love. There we go. So yeah, Supergiant's very first game. It was critically acclaimed
tunneled up around them.
when it first
Must
came
have
out.
fled here from the
Rightfully
mines.
so. Whoa.
And then he falls to his death. I'm just fooling.
I'm gonna just lie here for a bit. Just a little bit. All right, let's get up.
It's a wonder the old saloon's still standing. Used to have the nicest view.
Use back info. Memento, a fashion accessory covered in soot, holds great value of the sentimental variety. Also holds hair firmly in check. Best hang on to it just in case. We've also got the city crest, a memento, an identification badge from the old days. All those on official business for the city bear the Star of Caledonia. Caledonia? Solandia? Oh, Solandia. Right, that's how you pronounce it. It is said to represent warmth, labor, and sacrifice. Whoa. Get out of here. Well, there's not much to do out here. Let's go inside the saloon. Loading.
He sets foot inside one of Solandia's famous watering holes.
Solandia, right.
Inside's old Rondi, the bartender. The calamity got him before his drinking did.
Oh, man. Look at this character's walk. I know they improve in later games, right?
Then Kid finds his trusty shield.
Let's get that shield, baby.
But just as he's getting a handle on it, the security takes him for a petty thief. Special delivery. Gas fellas.
Uh-oh.
Windbags start turning up for last call.
Uh-oh. Come here.
More squirts start coming out of the woodwork.
Man, it's kind of hard to make commentary over all that's happening because people would rather hear Logan Cunningham than me.
Pops out in front of the kid.
Oh, that hurt.
Kid sees the way to the Bastion out the window. It's a bit of a drop.
All right. Sorry, fella.
Rondi always wanted his ashes scattered here.
Oh, man. I remember when this game first came out and people were just praising the indie scene. Because this was one of the first games available on Xbox Live, I think it was. It was like the big deal was that now you can download whole games on a console. Of course, I didn't play it the day
He gets
of.
a good look at things on his way down.
This I got out of like one of the
He
early
lands
Humble
on top of
models.
a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke.
I wonder if the commentary is just going to say anything if I don't touch anything real quick. And by real quick, I mean like a minute or two. So yeah, not to mention the music in this game still holds up incredibly well. I believe it's Darren Korb who made most of the music. And he's gone, or rather they've gone, to make all the music for all of the Supergiant games. And it is fun time to revisit all this. All right, get up. Get up. Get that bow. Oh, X to shoot.
Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. Wasn't long before the kid could loose an arrow, strong and true. He knows he should draw the string all the way back.
So this control scheme is just a teeny tiny touch different from Hades, because I think it's X to attack in Hades, but this one is V. Something stringy.
The kid pockets a memento from the breaker, once the fastest man in the land.
Alright. An upgrade material for the Breaker's Bow. A stretch of meese gut prized by bowers and pelt ball fans. One more reason for the popularity of meese hunting. Is that like a moose and a mouse together? That's probably it.
Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's right. I remember. There's one section of the game. If you roll through an area, I can't remember exactly which area it is. Come on. There we go. If you just walk through a particular area, it won't set off alarms, but if you roll like crazy, it will. Don't think it's this level. Roll in.
Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome.
Press R.
He's a mighty fast learner.
There we go. Ooh. And the black tonic, I believe, is what. Yep.
Right back at you.
Yeah, now I remember how to control this
He
game.
finds the distillery, right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town.
Alright, let's visit the
The
arsenal.
arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
So one of the cool things about this game is that you can choose any two items to go together. We've had Kale Hammer and Fang Repeater. New weapon assigned to B. So yeah, I can actually fix this real quick. No secret skill. Oh, hang on. Wait, there's a secret skill? Ah, yes. Bounce from target to target. Originally intended only for spectacle, but it proved to have practical uses. Furious spinning strike that can damage multiple foes. Originally developed by the City Masons wrecking teams. We have Bolt Burst. Spiral of bolts that deal damage in every direction. Trappers would rely on this technique in the event they got surrounded. Yeah, there is pretty much lore on every single item in this game, which is pretty cool. Listen to that muffled soundtrack. All right, let's do this. Nope, not the one I wanted. RT needs a secret skill. Yeah, we already know
One
that.
sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man.
Yep, alcohol will help you out, kids. Just in moderation, please. And if you're like me who can't really handle alcohol, don't try. Okay. 10% critical hit chance. Active only when at full health. Pungent concoction that calms senses and steady the nerves. Favored by the breakers and other fighting forces. Squirt cider, plus 10 max health. Fermented squirrel extract with a nose of stale bread and ocean water. Very nutritious. That doesn't sound very appetizing, though. And fetching fizz, absorbs stray fragments. Started as a barroom prank, but evolved to become popular with miners and scrap workers. Metallic aftertaste. Let's take that. So these level up as you get further in the game, which implies that as the story progresses, the kid needs to drink more in order to handle it, which is a little depressing. Alright, it really wants me to use this secret technique. There. I'll take that. There we go, this is more mistake.
Some of them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins.
Uh-oh. Get it. There we go. Yeah, the enemy design is awfully cute, isn't it? Nice. He's up for a couple more of these. There we go. So I know that eventually you get to buy some pretty good stuff. Oh, no, you don't. There's a cannon.
An old ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The Bastion's real close now.
Oh boy.
Kid better watch his step.
Oops. That didn't really go too well. Oh, God. Wow, these guys hit hard. Anything down here? Nope. Alright. Well, obviously this is a trap.
Kid takes a chunk of alloy. Smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air.
We'll find out what that is later. An upgrade material for the sail hammer. A chunk of the precious alloy found deep underground. The staple diet of gas fellows, also used in all manner of industry. More importantly, we got these big boys.
Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did.
Time to run. Oh man. Yeah, this is, oh boy. I don't think the breaker shot has a, whoa.
Rob's a scumbag of his last meal.
Come on. Boom,
Kid
baby.
puts him out of his misery.
Yeah, there we go. Come on. There we are. Oh, man. Oh, now I can fall through the hole in the world. Good to know. Yeah, there was nothing over that way. So this is the area where I should walk
He
considerable.
finds the core to the wharf district.
Ooh,
He steals
core.
the city's heart. Might as well.
Yeah, I think if I roll in this area, I'll run into issues.
Kid has a feeling he better get a move on. The place is starting to fall.
Casually walking.
See, that core Kid took was the only thing making this
All right, I'm
particular
rolling, I'm
run stay
rolling.
afloat. Kid just keeps running. Somersaulting like crazy.
Uh-oh, time to run.
At last, the skyway's in sight.
We
Whistles
out.
him where it needs to go.
Whee! And finally we land.
Now the kid sees something stranger still. His mind races.
Just give me a minute. I do love how in this game, when you start a new level or whatever, you just smack into the floor, and you can just sit there for as long as you want. All right, get up.
Did anybody else survive?
Oh yeah, the sound of everything coming together is actually slightly different in this area.
Sure enough, he finds another. He finds me.
Hey,
We talk for a spell.
let's discuss this city crest of Salandia.
There's a bit of the Bastion's power in that crest. Enough to point the way to the cores.
Basically, the reason why this whole world comes together as we walk around is because of that item we have on our back. So, ask about the large bluish mineral found in the Wharf District. It feels warm to the touch and hums like a motor. What exactly does it do?
All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there. Then watch.
Alright. One last question for you, buddy. What's this crystal barrette? What happened to... Okay. What happened to Macy, the girl who used to pin her hair back with this? Is she here already? Where is everyone?
I try to let the kid down gently. This is the Bastion, all right. Except no one else showed up.
Alright. Stick this in there and let's see what happens.
Just like that, the Bastion comes alive. Starts growing again. Growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown.
Yeah, this is our hub for all things Bastion. Now, we got more stuff to do on the right here, but all that's available right now.
Kid ponders what to build.
So we can either get the arsenal to change around weapons, or we can get a distillery to swap around drinks. Honestly, arsenal's more sense because we have 3 weapons with only like a handful of drinks, and there's no right or wrong answer here.
Bastion's a place of peace, but we can hold our own if we have to.
Alright, let's swap to this. Kale Hammer and Fang Repeater. We got Mirror Shield, the secret technique that automatically counterblocks all oncoming attacks for a short time. Made famous in a spectacular showing in the Bullhead Court. Requires 1 black tonic per use. So one of the more interesting things about this game...
A repeater goes with a hammer better than a box of nails.
Well, let's say I swap that out with the Breaker's Bow. Hang on, let's get... Oh, he's not going to do it? Alright. Every single weapon combination in this game has a unique response from the narrator. Every single one. Yeah. Can't really do much over here. Yeah, not
don't know what's out there waiting for him.
Only one way to find out.
The Skyway. Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands.
Area cleared.
The Wharf District. Folks sail deep into the boundless sea from here.
Ah, yes, nostalgia dump. Here the Breakers once honed their skill and focus with the bow. Core detected at the Workman Ward. There's home base.
The Breaker Barracks. Many straight shooters learn their way here.
Whee! Poof! Alright, I'll definitely use the Fang Repeater for the next area, but... Let's get that Breaker Bow. Yeah, 2 ranged weapons. Probably not the best idea. So there are regular levels in the game, but there are also these mini levels.
The Breakers used to come here for target practice. Used to play a little game. See who could bust the most targets in the fewest shots.
I forgot that the Breaker Bow is just here. Clear all targets and a few shots. Alright.
He's focused. He's armed. And he's off.
Alright. So, shots fired. I can't remember how to do this. Oops.
A perfect shot just happens in a flash.
Yeah, this is going to be a big failure one after another, probably. Alright. Ten shots. Oh, this thing didn't die, huh?
Kid ain't done
11.
bad at all.
Third place. So I think for even next prize, 10 shots or fewer.
Kid ain't had enough of the Breakers Barracks.
Alright, so I'm not allowed to use any techniques. I need 2, 3, 4. Should be able to do it in 5 shots if I get it just right, which I don't think I did. Yeah, let's restart that. So if I do... What I think I need to do is at least 5 diagonals. Oh, come on. There's 1. Oh, darn it, I missed it. It's gonna take a little while to get... Press... Oh, yeah. That would have been helpful, wouldn't it?
It's all the right solid performance.
Alright. Got second place, something fancy. 5 shots or fewer. Yeah, I ain't leaving. I can do this in 5 shots. Might take me a bit, but I definitely want to get Oh, darn it, missed. And here's where we do, not necessarily scum saving, but... Ugh. Oh, yeah. How do I cancel? How do I cancel? Nope, that didn't work. Alright, hang on. Yeah, they definitely improve a lot upon this combat system in Hades. Even in Transistor, they definitely improved it. Alright, I'll take that. Alright. Good. If I were to stand over here. 3. 4. As long as I don't screw this up.
He's feeling proud of that show.
Oh, that music! Breaker Volley. It is a new secret technique involving the bow.
I almost don't believe it when he says he passed the Breaker's challenge.
Give me a minute. Oh, that drink's hitting hard. All right, let's wake up. Yeah, now we got some autumn colors here in the Bastion.
Ain't always much to say.
There's a stranger. All right. Swap that out for the bow. Breaker Volley, a skill used by the swiftest breakers, delivering arrow after arrow in rapid succession. Devised by the breaker's most renowned archery instructor.
With the bow and repeater at the ready, Kid aims to keep a safe distance.
Sure. Why not? Let's run dual range. What could possibly go wrong? So yeah, don't need to go back there. Workman Ward. Core detected, find it and bring it back. There may be useful supplies here after all. Drink spirits at the distillery to gain passive bonuses. Doesn't work in real life.
Now he lands at the intersection between bad and wrong.
Ow.
Ought to be a core down one of these twisted streets. But which one? He heads for the squirt steps. Won't be no field trip this time. Kid ain't ever seen an elephant squirt before.
Whoa, whoa, easy. Oh, that's a big boy. Whoa, squirt
They
lore.
say even the most rambunctious squirts can be taken. No sign of the core here. At least the kid got something for his trouble.
Yep, he's my friend now. What have we got here?
Scumbag can digest just about anything. Except for this. It's quick for slicing and light enough to throw.
Oh, yeah. This is probably one of my favorite weapons. The machete.
Them squirts just don't know when to quit.
Oh, got a hail. Friend. Alright. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Let me just heal up, fountain up. There we go.
He heads for the biggest dump in town. Scumbag, and some scumbag still feeding off the city's own trash.
That guy just fell off a ledge. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Oh, that hurt. That guy also fell off a ledge.
There he is. The oldest scumbag of them all. Gershel.
Come on. Whoa.
The calamity ain't done much for Gershel's sunny disposition.
I can tell your sarcasm there. Oh, come on. Ow.
They always said old Gershel wouldn't go without a fight.
She got very tiny and angy at the end there. Oh, yeah.
No core, no surprise. Like the gas fellas are hiding it from him.
So, my friend, get him. Oh, something sharp. An upgrade material for a war machete. Batch of Zolwood leaves, best not handled barehanded. The world's sharpest blades are treated with their oil. Neat. All right, right stick reloads. Forgot about that. So if I fire a couple shots, hit right stick, reloads. Very similar.
Up north is where the gas fella foreman used to live.
To what
Tending to his flock.
Yes, very similar to what. Oh, Ragged Hood. Whoa.
No why gas fellas all dress alike. Kids wondering the same thing. Keeps telling himself he better watch his step.
Ow, that hurt. Ah. Ah. Come on, do your worst. No, no. Thanks, Squirt. I didn't mean to hit you there. Alright.
And there it is. But it's locked down tight in an alloy cage.
Alright, I don't want to head that way yet. Let me take a look this direction.
A blustery old foreman's keeping his fellas in check. He heads for the east side, where windbags used to keep the local forge.
There we go.
Inside the forge, Key can fine-tune those instruments of his.
I didn't mean to do this, but hey. Alright, so select an upgrade. So the reason we got all that stuff, all those little shards, is that this is how we upgrade our materials. So we have a 20% critical hit chance, or we can attack cripples foes, which deals damage over time, an unsettling sawtooth blade built for destruction, or mirrored sharp blade forged purely for battle. I would much prefer a couple critical hit chances because this thing swings pretty wildly.
A little Zolwood oil and that blade shines like a light.
I can also swap at any time if I feel like it. Both of those are locked. Meanwhile, we got a breaker bow here. So 25% draw speed or 2 target penetrations per shot. Thick and heavy bowstring that packs superior power versus a light but durable bowstring designed for faster firing. I much prefer faster draw speed.
With a good length of Miska, that bow's like new again.
Alright, and I think we have something for our Kale Hammer. Right. So 10% critical hit chance or 50% damage. Honestly, I much prefer the damage here because 10% critical hit chance, it's a rather slow swinging weapon versus just having the consistent damage. I'm sure someone out there will run the DPS numbers and be like, yo, hey, actually crit hit, 10% crit chance is better.
Kids' lifelong friends looking fit to keep on fighting.
There we go. We can't do anything else yet. We had something fancy for an unknown weapon we don't have. A clockwork organizer, once used for work and recreation. These springs and sprockets could be put to better use. Alright. Ow!
Core ain't here neither, so he's gotta guess again.
Got him. Alright.
The rest of the path is gone for good, and his city crest won't bring it back.
Alright, so I go down.
Odd place to find the likes of Percy the Snitch.
You know what happens to snitches? Stitches.
Never much cared for that big wide grin of his.
Uh-oh. Oh boy. Nice counter. Go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm stuck on the ledge. Whoa. There we go. Alright, heal up. So to the north was the way I needed to go to get... Oh boy! That's a lot. Squirt! Ow. Yeah, this is, this area does get a little crazy. Whoa, dear. Alright, let me just try range attacks. Uh-oh.
And now there's a new marshal in town.
And they love me. Alright, let's grab the core.
He hears the whole place groan, but it's too tough to fall.
Yeah.
The kid's ready to go, and his ticket out's right where he started.
There's that counter. So at this point, you could explore if you had taken that core early. And it's well worth exploring. Build the forge in the Bastion to upgrade weapons.
He comes back, just like I knew he would.
Ah, yeah.
The core hums in his pack. The monument's calling for it.
Hey, before we do that, let's talk, stranger. What's up with this ragged hood? Why are the flooding... Okay, ask about the ragged hood belonging to some ill-fated gas fellow. Why are they flooding the city, ransacking its remains?
The windbags used to be all right. Then the calamity took the floor out from under him.
Hey, buddy! Aw, they're so cute when they're not, you know, trying to murder me. Alright, let's stick it in the monument.
Kid does it again. Only fair he decides what we build next.
Alright. The arsenal, war machete, and swap that. Bang repeater. Let's run with the breaker bow. Squirt lure, popular at children's birthday parties and useful in various other situations. Alright, yeah, let's use the breaker volley. There we go.
A bow and a machete. Every bit as effective as the fancier stuff.
Alright. Now, what do I want to build? A forge or the distillery? Forges for upgrading materials, but we don't really have that many materials. Let's just make a distillery first.
Makes time to sample spirits from my personal supply.
Now we get to drink more. Alright, +1 chance to carry on if defeated. Damage surrounding foes if defeated. 100% critical hit chance. No, active only when below 33% health. Ooh, risk versus reward. And Cinder Brick Stout. 30% speed while defending. That's pretty nice. That's only active when at full health, which I'm getting butt kicked here. There we go. Full extra
Squirt
max health.
cider will toughen you right up. Too bad about the musty aftertaste.
Yeah. So let's see, where do we go
Traces
next?
of other cores while the kid was out.
Alright, that's home base, Breaker Barracks. So we can go down the Sundown Path or the Melting Pot. It has to be locked up in here somewhere amid all the cargo, versus it should be along the precarious walkway. Be careful up there. Let's do this one first. Oh, I should have hit Y button for info, because as we get to hear more narration.
In better days, the melting pot was sealed tighter than the skin on the squirt.
Ow. Couldn't we have invented a better mode of transportation?
Of all the plans to survive the calamity, it had to be stab weeds.
Yeah, these stab weeds. Oh boy. Oh, what do we got here? Something nasty. Hi. Oh dear, you're angry. You angry. The game definitely encourages you to run around and just smack the crap out of everything, because you constantly get those upgrade shards. When you do, oh boy.
It cuts down every stab weed like there's gotta be a prize for it. If there's a core, he figures it ought to be deeper down.
Alright, here we go.
Core stuck inside one of those fancy cages.
Yep, I'll get to it. Oh, hey, what's this? A trip mine.
Some of the stuff lying around is downright dangerous.
Press right trigger to use mine. Alright. Clearly I should be setting these down. Once I clear this battlefield, yeah, let's be smart about this. Yeah, that should do it. Alright.
No breaking a cage like that, but the kid tries anyway. Gotta find a way to spring it open.
Oh, there's the switch. Let's just lay down one of these, and one of these. Let's do it.
He throws a switch. Now what could possibly go wrong?
Literally everything, narrator.
Quite a bit, as it turns out. The cage starts lifting from the core ever so slow. All Kid can do is wait. Shipments start falling in.
Kaboom!
Not every squirt's born bad. Some spring to the kid's defense.
Thanks, Squirts!
Judging by the movement of the cage, it's gonna take a little while.
Whoa, dear. Oh man, this gets a little hectic. And I love it. There's one thing they do really well in Bastion is that every level seems to be a bit unique.
Kindly to interlopers.
Thanks,
Even
Squirts.
some gas fellas take his corner. Heard it pop that mean old foreman. At this rate, maybe 5 more minutes. Maybe 30. Hard to tell.
Oh boy. Gotta heal up. Yeah, I know. Use secret techniques. I don't have any
Squirt's
tonic.
real territorial around the core. Then a shipment of free samples shows up.
Alright, let's lay this down here.
One thing's for sure, that cage is awful heavy.
Hang on, we got ancient spices.
All bad, as the kid finds some spices from the motherland. Tax free.
Nice. Lay these down, lay this down. Knock it out. Oh boy.
It's a troublesome scene to be sure.
Oh, that's a lot of them. That's a lot of squirts. Lay that down. Oh, I don't have any of those left. Good. 2, 3. Lay this down here. Lay this down over here.
A few moments left, and the core goes free. 10, 9, 8, 7. Give or take a few seconds. Finally, the core's within reach. And done.
Alright, let's grab
He's
that.
got it. Just gotta get to the nearest bar.
Yeah, give me a minute. There we go. Oh, no, you don't. We kosher, fellas? Aw. Alright, here's the barge. Let's roll! Bring core to the monument to improve the Bastion.
I still remember the look on his face after that one.
Oh, my aching back. Alright. Hey, Squirt. Aw. So, what's about these ancient spices found tucked away in the melting pot? Where did they come from and when?
Folks voyaged across the boundless sea to found Ceylondia. It was good living here for a while.
That's good to know. Alright.
The old world's finished, but the new world's just getting started.
Very nice. What can we build here? Well, there's really only one thing to build. The forge. New upgrades
A
are
lot
available.
of things need fixing up in this world. and we can start right here.
Alright, don't have enough of this. That's all locked. We got something fancy, something sharp, something stringy. Ooh, here we go. So we can get 50% more damage, or arrows cause damage over time. Damage over time. I want to say this one's actually slightly better.
Kid packs a special surprise in every one of those arrows.
Yeah, there we go. Something nasty. Ooh, right. Ammo capacity or faster reload. I'd rather have higher capacity.
Turns out those old bones still have some spark in them.
Ah, yeah. And we got something fancy for something I don't have yet. Yeah, so far, enjoying Bastion a lot. And I see my phone has a missed call from someone. That is a number I don't recognize, but they left a voicemail message. Hang on, I need to take care of this. So apparently my name is John now. No, it isn't. All right. Where were we? Oh, yes. Yeah, they were way off. Okay, here we are. Oh, we could... Actually, let's change out our arsenal real quick. So yeah, we do have an upgraded breaker bow of the war machete. Kale hammer, breaker bow. What does he got to say to this?
Ain't much kid can't handle with hammer and bow in hand.
Yeah, there we go. Let's take a look at distillery. Reach level 3 to unlock this slot. It almost looks like level 13, 14, and 15 because of the font they're using.
Fetching fizz is like a mouthful of nails, but the benefits are worth it.
All right. Ooh.
That's Windbag Ranch. Perfect place to work a blade if you got the stomach for it.
I could also listen to info that I missed on Melting Pot.
The Melting Pot. Place hoarded all sorts of fineries from beyond the boundless sea.
And also Workman Ward.
The Workman Ward. Them windbags used to keep the city humming along here.
Oh, and the Bastion.
The Bastion. Ceylondia's safe haven. Once the highest point in the city. Too bad it wasn't finished before the calamity struck.
Oh, that's a shame. And we also got Sundown Path info.
The Sundown Path. Lovely place for a stroll. Before the calamity, that is.
That is true. Alright, let's go here first.
Windbag Ranch was built for gathering squirt extract in copious supply. Ain't nothing more healthful.
Ow. Defeat all foes quickly.
Some folks showed up to make a fast buck, nothing but a knife.
Oh, I can't even use my shield. Oh man. Oh man. This will be much easier once I upgrade everything. Alright.
Other folks came to train their throwing arms. Slippery little devils.
Oh boy.
Place gets
Whoops.
awful slick sometimes.
And the turret. Aiming is much easier in the later games of Hades and
Still others used the
Transistor.
place to test their finest blades.
Oh, come on. No, this one. Okay. Not quite that one. Yeah, this would be infinitely easier once I upgrade this thing a ton. Get over here. Someone over here.
Kid cuts all of them down soon enough.
Yeah, not nearly soon enough. Something sharp, though, to upgrade it. Which is going to be very useful. Next prize under 90 seconds, and it took me almost 2 minutes. Yeah, this will be saved for a lot later.
Kid comes back from Windbag Ranch, smelling good and ripe.
Press Y to toggle zoom. Oh, yeah. At least here in the Bastion, Y can see what big stuff we got here. Alright, something sharp. Can't afford the next upgrade, which is 100% critical hit damage or +1 blades per throw. If I zoom in, anything new to say?
Sometimes a single look says it all.
There we go. Alright. Head up that skyway. Only one place left to go for right now, the Sundown Path. Oh, yeah.
Couples used to walk the Sundown Path. Kid ain't here for pleasure, though. Quick and careful's the only way to go.
Smacking stuff up. Ah, yeah.
But then,
Oh?
somebody gets to the core before the kid.
Uh-oh.
The floor starts giving way under the lightest step.
Yeah, if I
A
start
single
rolling here...
panic squirt could bring the whole place down. Fragments of the old world rain on the sky.
Yeah, if we start rolling. Thank goodness I have the magnetized fragments on, or else this would have
That
been...
ain't exactly open visitors no more.
Uh-oh.
Security is on fire.
There, have some of that. Oh, boy.
See, the path was intended for leisurely strolling and such. Not so much for noise and tomfoolery.
Uh-oh.
Sky fishes loop the path together.
Alright. Whoops, that one the button.
One of
Coverage.
them bridges whips the kid along.
Oh, but there's something over here, though.
Finds a spyglass, like the ones they'd use to search the stars.
There we go.
But Calamity changed everything, even where the wind blows.
Uh-oh.
Well, if we mastered the winds in the old days, we can do it again. But the question is, who else could have taken the core?
Good question. Oh, we
Well,
got big old
ain't
wind
no
bag.
survivor stole the thing.
Oh, boy. The combat in this game is still pretty good.
Scumbag ate it by mistake.
Wow, that's a teeny tiny boy. There
Tough
we go.
break. Unlike the kid, that core ain't coming back.
Oh, that's what keeps hitting me. Knock it off.
No, they used to ship live munitions down the path.
Oh, hand grenade.
Time to find them.
Just right trigger to throw hand grenades. Fine, dude.
Use wires to toss those things plenty far away.
Whoa! Not quite what I meant to do. Oh boy. Did you guys... Nah, there we go. Oh, we got something over here. Something burnt.
Even gas fellas need some shut-eye from time to time. They get real cranky.
Whoops!
In all this toil, Kid keeps coming back to an overwhelming question. Who else could have survived the calamity?
Yeah, who else? Lure foes into attacking each other to even the odds.
So he didn't find the core that time, but that ain't about to stop us.
No, it is not. How you doing, little buddy? Oh, you got something new to say, huh? Ask about the bronze spyglass taken from the sundown path. Only the stars remain on horizon. The mountains are gone. We're no closer to the stars now, are we?
We could always see the stars. We just never could reach them, no matter how high we built.
Oddly poignant. Alright. Alright, swap out the weaponry again. Kale hammer and war machete. Sure.
Kid's ready to slice them up and pound them to bits if they get in his way.
But more importantly, we got something sharp. Okay. Yeah, let's get that 100% critical hit damage going.
War machetes are so quick, you gotta keep a good grip on them.
Yeah, this ought to make...
Can't be too careful these days.
Ow. Didn't quite mean for that to happen. Alright. So we've got... Ooh.
That's Trapper's Shingle. Only place in the city to go to get certified with a repeater.
That's all lovely. Now, let me try this again. Because I need to hit the spawns as soon as possible.
Always time for juice and squirts, they used to say.
Yeah, hit all these as quickly as possible. Oh boy.
At least the little fellas can't feel a thing.
Oh boy. Whoops. Alright.
Some squirts try to flee on instinct.
Man, they really don't. Oh, come on. Whoops. Yeah, I need to restart this. Holy smokes.
The ranch was always looking for good help.
What if I started here in the center? Spawned as many of these guys as possible. These guys really love flying. Oh boy. Down to 13. Yeah, I think I need to upgrade this machete by a bunch more. Nice guy. Where'd they go? No, seriously, where'd they go? Oh, there they are. Hold still.
Kid thinks short work of them things.
Ooh, second place. Something pointy. Next prize, under a minute. Ooh, that's gonna have to be until after I upgrade just a couple of more things. Probably. Oof. Alright. I go forge. Can't really do anything there. How you doing? Kale hammer, war machete. What have I not tried together? I don't think I've done fang repeater and war machete. Let me swap those around. We got hand grenade, trip mine, spiral bolts that deals damage in every direction. There we go.
The repeater and machete, favorite choices of the Ura hunters we once fought.
Yay, lore dumps. Alright. We've got the Hanging Gardens, but we definitely got to try this first. See how bad I am at it.
No place better than Trapper's Shingle for learning to tread light and shoot straight. Trappers had to tread real careful here, else take a nasty fall. They train themselves by clearing out the targets, while not clearing out the floor.
Alright, let's go.
Any good trapper knows never to take a step till the time is right.
You gotta make sure I don't fall here. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's getting close. Oh boy. Hurry!
Expert
Boom.
trappers got something extra to give them an edge.
Excuse me, I thought I got them all. I got something nasty, something greasy, 64. Where were the other 4 targets? Oh no, I'm restarting this.
Kid decides to keep working his aim and footwork on the shingle.
Where were those last 4 targets? Reload.
Best time to pick a new spot was when swapping magazines.
Oh. Boom. Oh no. Oh, I did worse. I did worse. Yep. Oh. That was close though. I can do this. Uh-oh. Alright. Gotta concentrate. No, quit shooting the lantern. Oh. Roll. No, this one, genius. Oh boy. roll. Gotta roll faster. Oh no. Okay, I need more damage on these things or something. Let me take a look at the upgrade, see if I can't do that.
To think a rickety place like the shingle survived, and so little else did.
Yep. Alright. Something nasty. Improved firing rate, wider attack spread, or 50% damage.
That ought to make those fangs sink in nice and deep.
Yeah. Let's see if that counted, because I think it took like 2 shots to kill those things. If it turns into 1, that'd be better. Only one way to find out. Yeah, looks like it. Yep. Oh, this is gonna go much better. A bit of damage fall off, however. That's her. 3. Oh no, I missed 1! Come on. Alright. Where was the 1 I missed?
Most trappers couldn't get through without a few scrapes.
Ow. Oh, okay. I see how it is. Sure. Just do that to me, huh? Shooting at targets I can't really see. Alright. Aim for as many while I'm on the green path, because once I'm on this red path, it's gonna go. Should be pretty close. Boom, got them all.
The master trappers got what they needed for a better hunt.
Snooze darts. City trappers dedicated themselves to mastering the denizens of the wild.
The trappers would have been impressed with how the kid handled the shingle.
And more importantly, what does that do? Snooze dart, a bolt coated in a heavy sedative which causes the target to lose consciousness on impact, considered unsportsmanlike by some trappers. Man, I ain't worried about being sportsmanlike, I'm worried about surviving. But yeah, let's replace... Oh, what have I not tried together? I did those 2 together. War Machete and Fang? Oh, that's literally what I have. Breaker Bow and Fang. I think I've heard all the things together. So, let's just keep what we got. Swap out for a hand grenade. Hang on a sec. Oof. Let me just make sure I can't forge anything new. I don't think I can. Nope. Can you upgrade materials for stuff I don't have yet?
The hanging gardens. Folks used to go here to relax from their relaxing.
Yeah, can't fly to any previous area. Well, except for the proving grounds I haven't cleared yet. Visit the forge to switch weapon upgrades to find the best combinations.
The dead welcome him with open arms.
Ow. Oh, yeah.
The calamity took everybody after all. Kid sees it plain, frozen faces all around.
What you looking at?
You don't much care to see him. Not like this.
Alright. Where is the way to go around here? Oh, this music's so good. The whole soundtrack's amazing. Pretty much every Supergiant game has an amazing
These folks
soundtrack.
never saw the calamity coming, but someone did. Someone close. Someone who ain't like Mr. Beckley and his kindly wife. He was someone like him.
Oh, hi!
Kid sees him there again, in the flesh. It's a snag or two trying to get to him.
Oh, wow, that hurts.
About to stop, no matter what.
Two goes left.
Got too many questions after all.
Oh, boy. Grenade!
Just ain't got time for answers.
Drink.
The Thunder brothers didn't make it.
Ow. Love countering in this game.
They never saw what it was like beyond the walls. Nor did the bird boy. Didn't make it.
So much lore dumping.
The Jawsons. They didn't make it. Grady Sr., Grady Jr. They didn't make it. But him, he survived.
Oh, what do we got here? Ura Sigil.
Kid finds proof enough that man ain't from around here.
We got a memento, an insignia borne by people of Ura heritage. The Tazzle Spade was a rare sight in Solandia before the calamity, as very few Ura lived in the city. Now there are fewer still.
Just think, without that man, we wouldn't be here right now, would we? The core survived as well.
Uh-oh.
Kid does what he has to do.
Well, we got the core.
What do you say to a man who's seen too much? Kid hasn't a clue, but he says this.
Pardon me, sir, but would you have any grape pond? No, let's get out of here.
We have to go. Please.
The survivor agreed to return to Bastion.
He's a proper gentleman, that man. His name is Zulf. No hiding he's an Ura. Folks like him ain't never been a common sight in Caelondia. He's relieved to see a living face or two. The kid and I introduce ourselves in kind. Both to him and to each other for the first time.
So, this is Zulf and... Oh, Rux, that's our narrator. So, Ura Sigil. Ask about the Ura Sigil discovered in the Hanging Gardens. Were there many Ura living in the city before the calamity? Can they be trusted here?
We fought the Ura decades ago, but that was then. Things are different between us now.
It's a weird-looking shovel. But more importantly, we can talk to him and get quite a bit of lore dump from this guy's perspective. Talk to Zulf about life in Solandia before the calamity. What was it like living in the city? Did you get homesick?
For Zulf, Caelondia was like a second home. He's real worried about his first home, too. Far to the east.
Alright, what about this crystal barrette?
We all lost loved ones in the calamity, he says. I don't know how I'm gonna go on without mine.
Oh. Offer Zulf the spyglass found on the sundown path. Maybe this can help you take your mind off things. You can help us find new skyway paths.
Zulf offers to help me plot the skyways for the kid. At least the calamity hasn't touched the stars, he says.
Yeah. Also, this Ura Sigil. How long have you been in Solandia? Did you travel all the way from the east?
He was born in the Tazzle terminals. The Ura sent him on a mission of peace to our city, and he's lived here ever since.
That's good to know. Alright. What about you, Squirt?
Come on. Give the little tiger a break.
If he wants pets, I'm giving him pets.
The cores. They remember. That's why this place is coming together. That's why things are gonna be alright.
Alright, yeah, this place is coming together.
Well, look what we have here.
Well, what do you know? We can make a memorial, plans for a structure that chronicles past and future efforts, just need a place to build it. A necessary testament to the calamity. By paying tribute to the past, one may better prepare for the future. Or a lost and found. Plans for a facility to hold and restore a variety of valuables, just need a place to build it. The calamity tore the old world to pieces, yet even the smallest fragments can be restored to the Bastion. Let's make a memorial first. That seems a little better because there's not much left in this world.
The memorial. Here a kid can pay respect to the old world and earn it in kind.
So yeah, construct a memorial, build a memorial. We completed that. We get rewarded 250 shards.
The valediction. Just another one of my sketches. Nothing more.
All right, earn glory on the proving grounds. Earn first prize at a number require of proving grounds. We're 2 out of 7. Discover lost mementos, 6 out of 15. Require number of mementos strewn around the countryside. Learn secret skills, 9 out of 20. We have restore the land piece by piece. We're at 3,726 out of 13,000 for that one. The mercy, vanquish creatures touched by the calamity. Defeat 10 or more foes in a single well-placed shot with the musket. Quickly strike foes 15 times in a row without missing with a war machete. Defeat a foe by counterblocking its melee attack while at less than 20% health. Defeat a hardy foe from the last bolt in a clip. Defeat 3 foes with a single well-timed power shot. And deliver a single crushing blow to a foe for at least 70 damage. Yeah.
Words can't express what happened, but they're all I got.
So we need to do a lot of damage, huh? Yeah, I think. Yeah, I like that setup. Let me just make sure. I'm happy with all that. So 50% damage or 10% critical hit chance. Oh, I need more upgrade materials for that.
We tracked down a couple more cores near the edge of the city.
All right, we have Pith Orchard, and Cinder Brick Fort.
That's Cinder Brick Fort, where the marshals used to watch over the city.
Versus...
There's Pith Orchard, built in honor of the bull, and folks like Zulf, who pray to him.
Oh, Babylonian-style religion. All right. Let's go to Cinder Brick Fort first.
There's only one way to Cinder Brick Fort. The hard way.
Ow. We need to invent a better mode of travel, seriously.
Sure, the city marshals may be gone.
Oh, no.
But now the fort's crawling with windbags.
Okay. Up these big
Calamity
old...
was mercy for normal folks. The windbags ain't so lucky.
Yeah.
Windbags put the kid on notice.
All right, let's try that again.
They've been left to freeze or starve or face the kid.
Knock it off. No, it's not gonna reach him. All right. Uh-oh. That reload in. Anything over here? Oh, there is. Oh, there is a big boy. Oh boy. Take that. And those shards are gone forever.
Well, windbags young and old keep fighting for the fort.
Uh-oh. Have some of this. More of this. Okay, what do we got in here?
At least the marshals left the kid a parting gift.
Oh, yeah.
Something the windbags just can't handle.
Big old
Something
muscle.
that'll punch clean through their greasy hides. Windbags ain't much different from normal folks. All they want's a warm place to stay and a decent meal. The calamity drove the windbags topside. A lot of them wound up here in this very fort.
Alright, so I need 10 kills with this. Like at one single volley. Might have already gotten it.
Been minding the business underground like in the old days.
Hail.
Windbags can't use martial supplies, but the kid sure can.
Alright, war machete and scrap musket. I said swap those two around. There we go. There we
As for
go.
the windbags, Cinder Brick gave them enough heat and metal to munch on for a while. Well, the fort ain't theirs by right.
Time to roll.
Can't blame them for one.
Oh, good. Oh, boy.
So many of those sorry things hold up inside that old fort.
Whoops. That was a hole. Oh, hail. Yeah, action gets kind of intense this later in the game. Bonk. Level 3, nice. +2 max health.
Kid's stash of grenades is there for him if things get even worse.
Uh-oh. Hold up. Alright.
Security's plain gone haywire. Windbags gummed up the works.
Alright, I'm gonna need some range stuff.
Kid ain't afraid of getting burned.
It's gonna take a little bit. But musket is real good at somewhat close range, but those things are like right outside of its range.
They trapped the kid in the middle of the fort's parade grounds.
Uh-oh. Who's they? Oh.
They bring out Lucas and Clanton and all their scumbag uncles.
Oh boy.
They got something to gain. Only their sorry hides. Kid takes down Glutus. Maybe it was Blandon. The other big fella soon joins his brother, wherever they are now.
I love how tiny and small these little windbags
Windbags
get.
finally get the message.
Give me all that. Knock it off. There we go. Marshal's
Kid
badge.
used to dream of getting a marshal's badge, but not like this.
Oh yeah. Marshal's badge, a prestigious symbol of the city's law enforcement. The city's citizens respected and admired the marshals for their unwavering dedication to preserving peace and justice. Look at all these mementos.
The skyway's a welcome sight after all that.
Make sure I clear and everything. All right,
And
back
now
home we
ain't
go.
nothing left for nobody down at Cinderbrick Fort.
Scrap musket is especially powerful up close and can send foes flying.
Kid shows up just as Ulf's telling me about his own journey to the city.
It's raining.
Seems the only thing the Calamity saved for Zulf was his smoking pipe.
Yeah, hookah bar time. But hey, Zulf, what's this about the marshal's badge? Did the marshals ever give you a hard time being an Ura and all?
The marshals seem like good men, he says. They treated him with dignity.
So about the smoking pipe, where did you get this? In the city they used to say this stuff was very strong.
Zulf brought his antique smoking pipe all the way from the terminals.
So that works like a gravity bong or something? No, we shouldn't make jokes like that around here. Rux, marshal badge. The marshals brought the city back to working order after the war, didn't they?
Even since the Ura surrendered to us, the marshals kept a wary eye on him.
Alright, well the game really wants... Hang on, I'm gonna use the monument first.
Zulf's travels ain't much compared to what the kids had to go through for all this.
And I also have Memorial. Quickly strike 15 times in a row without missing.
The Gravers, the arm of justice. They seemed unstoppable.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? Let's make a lost and found here. New items in stock.
The lost and found. Here, kid takes fragments of the old world and makes them whole again.
Oh, this is where we buy more stuff. Alright, final warning. Scrap musket skill. A blast sent straight up to the air, causing a flurry of projectiles to rain down on the area. Not effective as a warning, but very effective otherwise. Graver Slash. A lightning-fast fury of strikes that can cut through even the toughest armor. The origins of this technique are widely disputed, though its potency not so. Alright, we got something coarse to upgrade the musket, something nasty for the fang repeater, sharp for the machete. I think I'm going to want one of those.
All it takes is some fragments, and the Bastion makes it good as new.
Alright, something heavy as well. We got Whale Ale, 25% damage using secret skill. Health tonics fully restore health, +2 tonic capacity. I'm going to want that Bastion bourbon. But Lunkhead, 100% damage when counter blocking with the Bullhead shield, and automatically retaliate when injured. Those are both pretty good, but I also need to save my shards for... Here we go. More health.
If you're feeling low, count on the buttery flavor of our own Bastion bourbon.
Alright, let's go. Kale Hammer, Scrap Musket.
Kid's ready to get real personal with hammer and musket in hand.
Alright, here at the forge. Focus attack. Focus, defend for a few moments using bullhead, shield, and attack. Longer grip that gives superior leverage and power. Uppercut attack causes knockback. Attack without moving to uppercut.
Ain't never letting go of his old friend with a sturdy grip like that.
Yeah, 50% damage. Alright. And something sharp. Don't have the money for it. Great. Let's go to Lost and Found then. And Breaker's Bow, Fang Repeater. Sure. Don't have enough of that. Alright. Well, in that case, let me just buy all this stuff then. Let's get a final warning. Something stringy. There we go. Final warning, yeah. Alright, let's take a whiff of the good stuff.
Poor kid collapses after just one drag.
Yeah. Press start and select return to Bastion to back out of most areas.
The past. Only good thing ever come out of the past is history.
So this is the part of the game that is a lore dump and a gigantic fighting arena. Oh, good, we completed that.
The past catches up with the kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started.
Don't want to do that. Easy, easy. I think I just caused him to fall in a hole.
Fair to say he's led a hard life. Supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie.
$18 reflections remaining. Man, these guys hit hard.
He never knew his old man, but he had his mama to take care of. Frail thing with pure white hair like his. Having his mama's hair did the kid no favors while he was growing up, but he learned to hold his own out there.
Uh-oh. They just keep getting smaller, smaller.
School ain't working out, so the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls. Make his mama some money. Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Ceylondia safe from whatever's out there. The elements, the Ura, you name it. Once the kid done his time, he hurried on home. Turns out his mama's time was done too.
Oh boy. Oh, we got some big boys. Interesting to know how back in the days the health bar was like a circle around their feet, but then in Hades they changed it to be just a health bar above their heads. we go.
The city had nothing for him. The money he'd been sending home was nowhere to be found either.
Oh, noes. Whoops.
So what'd the kid do? Why, he went right on back to the walls for another 5 years.
Our character's backstory while being shot at from every angle. Lovely. Oh boy.
In the history of Caelondia, nobody's ever volunteered for a second shift on the walls.
10 reflections remaining. We're halfway through this lore dump.
Out there, a kid learned to fend for himself, learn to build, learn to break.
Don't want any of these boxes. Go low. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Whee!
In time, the kid earned good standing with the marshals. They trusted him to scout out farther than anybody.
Oh boy.
One night, on one of his expeditions, the ground beneath him shuddered, cracked, and split apart.
Oh. Not having a lot of health. Well, tonics kind of sucks. Whoa, boy.
He saw nothing where the world used to be. The calamity happened just like that.
Anyone else? Uh-oh. Shouldn't have said that. Heal.
All the kid had to work with was his hammer and the clothes on his back.
5 reflections remain. Oh, it feels like there should be fewer than that. Whoa. Come here. There he went.
Through twisted streets, he ran with nothing but the city crest and an old stranger's voice to guide him.
I'll take that health tonic. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yep. Oh, that's a... These guys have a lot of health. Wow. Oh, careful, that's a ledge there. There goes one. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh dear. Yeah, it's kind of cowardly to only use ranged attacks, but I need to get rid of this windbag first.
finally arrived at Caelandia's vaunted safe haven. He and no one else.
Alright, 3 reflections remain. No black tonics. Oh boy, not good. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble.
But then, all I got was more thankless work from a man who ain't even asked his name.
Okay. 2 more. Uh-oh. A lot of squirt, flame turret. Come here.
What was that
Ow.
saying? Anyway,
Let's keep going.
sure, I may be the one who dreamt up the walls and the Bastion, but the kid made them real, not me.
Okay, last reflection. Oh, that's a new enemy! You ain't gonna stop, are ya?
I'd like to say I'll never forget him, or what he's doing, what he's done. I surely would.
Reflection complete. Earn shard by going to who knows where and overcoming waves of foes. That is how you grind money in this game. Which is great and fine, especially when you want more backstory. I could take another whiff of the hookah, but no, let's not do that. With all of that, we can now upgrade pretty much everything we've got. Well, once. All right. I never. And do I have river slash, something core, scrap musket, secret skills? Oh, right. Almost forgot. We got this.
The Masons. We built the city strong. Now there's only 2 of us.
Okay. So now that I have 1,000... Come on. Add a little faster. 1,296.
Finders keepers.
Yeah, let's get one of those. Alright, something stringy, something nasty, something sharp, and something coarse. Alright. Range, but less spread. More spread, but slightly less range. That's a good question.
You want to tune a scrap musket, you start with the barrel.
There's that. Now, draw speeding or +2 target penetrations per shot. We want to go with the repeater, which has larger ammo capacity and a faster reload. Or do I want to go this?
Points just don't get any sharper than that.
Yeah, there we go. That's more my style. Yeah, I need more shards, which I could grind that if I wanted to. Anything else to say?
What else is there to say?
Not much. What about you, Zolf?
Kid says hello, but Zolf's lost in thought.
Pet the squirt. Alright. Let's swap this out for the war machete.
Anything survives a musket shot ought to be quick work for that blade.
Ah, yeah. Back out of the skyway. Alright, I'm going to try this again. War machete strikes very quickly, and its throwing attack provides added versatility.
There's always more squirts to go around.
So I need to complete this in less than a minute. good, everybody? Come on. Alright, we got a couple more of these guys. Oh no. No, no, no. Get over here. Get over here. Oh no. Seven seconds off. I'm sure I can do better. I think the strategy is get rid of as many of these green squirts as I can at the beginning because they run around everywhere and be annoying. Once I'm done with that, then I focus on not those things. Turrets, getting rid of the spawners. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing it this time either. Man, this one is super difficult for some reason. Ow. Let's try it again. Woof, 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 woof. Kill those guys. Whoops. Man, still not able to do this, huh? All right. Let me give it one more shot. Come on. That's better. Come on. Where are you?
Kid carves through all of them in a flash.
I think my character's glitched. He ain't supposed to do that. What is this scary feet nonsense? Alright, there we go. Ghost Blade. New ability.
Well, the kid's gone and struck terror in the hearts of squirts everywhere.
Ah, yeah. Let's go by the arsenal real quick. Hey, Squirt. What does that new ability do? A secret technique that slices through everything in its path. An old graver went missing in a cave for months, but returned having mastered this move. Ooh. Neat. But, let's go breaker bow and musket.
A bow ain't much good in the crowd, but a musket sure is.
Can't really afford anything else, which is fine and fair. I can buy Raver Slash.
It wasn't fixed. It was unbroken.
Alright. No, it wasn't the forge I wanted. Let me just take a look at the distillery again real quick. Nope, still level 4. Alright. I got enough in me for one more level. Ooh.
That's Zolwood Grove. A nice quiet place to show a musket a good time.
And we got the Bullhead Court Proving Ground.
That's the Bullhead Court. Folks defended themselves there with shields, not words.
Quite a lot to do there, but I think I want to do Pith Orchard first, because I think best song of the game is going to be coming up here.
No use praying to the gods these days. No time for it either.
Interesting how in Pith Orchard
Kid says little prayer anyway. Couldn't hurt, right?
I don't land face first here for some reason. Interesting choice. Alright, up or
Pith
down?
Orchard. Place is a dead end in more ways than one.
Let's head down.
Folks used to make pilgrimage here to pay their respects to Pith, the bull. Well, the gods are long gone now. And the Orchard core is long gone too. Pith stood for something once. Something real.
Yeah, I don't know if I should
In
be...
time, though, the bull stopped being a symbol and started being decoration.
Yeah, let me roll back the other way, because I think I'm going the way the game kind of intends. Oh, there we go. Plush Pith.
The gods don't care about trinkets, but the kid ain't no god.
A memento, a machine-stitched likeness of the god of commotion and order. As the people of Solandia grew more self-reliant, they grew less fearful of their gods and turned them into commodities.
Well, no use turning back just yet.
Oof. Yeah, that... Oof. That ain't good. Alright, gotta make sure I'm not heading a non-secret direction.
He couldn't even save his loyal subjects.
Oh, what do we got here? Another memento? Oh, nope, something coarse. Oh, that's what the Lost and Found is for. So if you, I'm assuming that if there's an item that you miss, you can buy it from the shop. And that's why they have the...
Pith makes a decent scarecrow, at least.
Uh-oh. Yeah, so I'm assuming if you miss a memento in the game level, it'll show up in the Lost and Found and you can buy it there. Yeah.
Then Pith lights up like a rodeo.
Could you not?
Ain't easy punching through his hide.
Could you not? Peth.
Kid breaks him to bits. Must have been guarding that shrine.
Alright, let's go in the shrine.
So what'll it be? invoke the gods, or tell them off.
So this is how the game does a little difficulty level. This is what started Supergiant's thing. They've done this in all of their games, from Bastion, Transistor, Pyre, and to a smaller extent Hades with that wall of fire thing.
Pith.
So, at any time, if we think like, we could do this, we could, foes shall grow quicker to move and to strike. The wakeful bull, patient yet temperamental, adorns the city walls with his likeness. So, if I renounce it, I don't get any bonus shards or bonus XP. But if I include that, plus 10% more of shards, plus 10% XP, so I level up quicker and I get more upgraded materials. But at the expense of foes shall grow quicker to move and to strike. So sure, let's invoke them.
Kid decides to press his luck.
Oh boy, that's a lot of them.
Well, if the gods are alive, there must be plenty sore.
So now foes attack just a little quicker.
Kid ain't never seen windbags that quick. Maybe old Pith put a scare in him.
I need to heal. Oh, hi, Bull. Can we nod for like 20 seconds? Yeah, this battle's gonna take a little bit.
Pith's trial, and he's richer for it.
Alright, we got some stab weeds you gotta take care of here. Ow.
Kid ain't found a core, but at least he found Zolf's precious shrine.
Alright, Skyway.
Now we can build a shrine of our own, though I got some alternatives in mind.
Hey Zolf, what do you think about this plush pithy? Would you like to hang on to this? The Ura people worship the same gods as us after all.
Zolf doesn't touch the thing. Says the god of commotion is no children's toy.
I don't think he's happy about that. Hey Steambull.
Turn him round and round all you like. Pith's still gonna be ugly.
Okay. Rux, really? That was uncalled for. The gods didn't bother to stop the calamity, did they?
The Ura feared the gods. We turned them into toys, put their faces on our walls.
Yeah, and that's something. Alright. Alright. 227. Now I'm gonna hang on to what I got. I haven't really leveled up yet. So yeah, that. Oh, that's gonna do it for me today. I'm taking a look at the clock. I got to. Yeah, so hopefully the VODs this time around will actually have game audio, because last couple uploads I just took the recording, put it straight onto YouTube. Shouldn't do that, because apparently MKV files don't play nice with YouTube. It only uses the first track that it's available, which in my case, there's an audio track for voice, then there's the audio track for the game, and then there's the audio track for anyone who like follows and the alert shows up. But yeah, so till next time everybody, take care. And we stop recording.